leading the pack, that's P1. And we're in front of Verstappen, Russell and Ricciardo. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 33.1. We don't currently have the data for that request.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Drugovich, Russell and Lando Norris. Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. Welcome along to Las Vegas, and Formula One might be in the middle of the Nevada desert, but who'd have thought it? It's raining out there. Now, how will that affect the drivers as they race along the strip? Well, tonight we go racing around the bright lights of Las Vegas, 3.8 miles under the Nevada night sky and thousands of neon lights. There are landmarks everywhere you look, punctuating the 17 corners and 2 DRS zones. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Felipe Drugovich lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Albon, Verstappen, Daniel, Leclerc, Théo Pourchaire, Hauger, Joe, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Sargent, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Stroll, Ocon, Doohan, Magnussen and Liam Lawson. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today.
The key now will be to keep in the right mindset. We've seen time and again that things go wrong if you just try and do the minimum. Not necessarily because of the pressure, but because it's different to your usual approach. They'll need to avoid that and stay focused today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down. Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
And so the celebrations begin, and well-earned they are indeed. It might have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level at the very top is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. That's a spectacular victory, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Well, Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. It's a good result for Lando Norris, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lando Norris, hasn't it? Smooth, confident and assured. I've got no doubt that he and his team are going to be over the moon with his performance today.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they manage to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Okay, so as for the cars around us, just ahead are Russell, Verstappen and Norris. And just behind us are Drogovic, Albon and Piastri. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 22.9. We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid. 1 minute remaining, just 1 minute.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves once again of our top three: Russell, Drugovich, and Lando Norris. Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. So here we are, ready to go racing for one final time this year. Another season of victories, controversies and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains, here in the United Arab Emirates, on a circuit that made its spectacular debut back in 2009. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The drivers will be racing here at the Yas Marina circuit through 16 corners and a lap distance of around 3.28 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, so plenty of close racing, then plenty of speed and plenty of drama to be found in the laps ahead. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Felipe Drugovich completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Daniel, Leclerc, Verstappen, Théo Pourchaire, Joe, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Ocon, Hauger, Sargent, Doohan, Liam Lawson, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Anthony Davidson joins me again for today's race. Now, I want to ask you about Lando Norris. They've had a fantastic campaign, a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
It really is well deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
Right, mate, it's the final race of the season. There's nothing to lose here, so go out there and enjoy it. Okay, so our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of this lap. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Russell has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. Max coming in for his stop now. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. Gap to your teammate ahead is 7.6 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 13.3 seconds. Final lap, push, push. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 22.7 seconds. Okay, you've got P3, well done. That's Russell just ahead, push for the position. Okay, gap ahead is 1.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Norris behind. We're leading the car behind by 3.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Our gap to first place is 7.8 seconds. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap. Wow, there it is, mate, the checkered flag, and the checkered flag on the season as well, and what a season it's been. We've had our ups and downs, but you know what? I've really enjoyed working with you, and I hope we can do it again. Nice one, mate. See you back at the pits.
That's it then. they've taken the win here as we wrap up another fantastic Formula One season. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. Well, not the result our points leader would have wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
The Constructors' Championship may be a foregone conclusion at the moment, but regardless, let's look at the standings. It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.